Yo guys, what's up? Today we will try to make a 6 stamp style drop. The thing is there's a lot of different stuff that Stamped is releasing actually. So I decided to go more with this Vluarrish kind of style. Because I just like it and I think you like it too. And it has a really nice energy. So yeah. For this video I used the presets from this pack here. Just so you can download it if you're also interested in this kind of music, you know. So let's go. I think with this kind of style, it's actually good to always start with the bass line first to get some groove going, you know. And very often the rhythm of the bass line is also the rhythm of the melody, so we can actually copy that later on. So this is the bass line we use. And now let's stack these layers, man. So I was thinking about the in-your-face kind of bass line, which mainly sits in the mono center, you know. So I started by using this sound here as our main bass layer. Sounds gritty. And then I added this really aggressive one, which fits perfectly with the other one. And another one. And finally we have this one an octave higher and also a bit more detuned. And then with all sounds together we get a really sick bass line. Effects wise I just used the distortion, which is actually not doing so much. And a quite heavy sidechain because I felt like it just works really well with the drop. The sub bass of course follows the exact same rhythm as the mid bass. I just also added some distortion here because it adds this nice warm harmonics on top. And that's actually it with the bass line. Let's continue with the chords. The chords are really just here to fill up the background, you know. It's not a main element in this drop here. And also here, this pack actually had some quite cool sounds, I would say. Let's quickly listen how they sound all together. Quite sick and full. So I started with this really unique sound. It has a really crunchy white noise in it. Then we have a more classic and detuned saw sound, which we all know. And finally just another sound which adds some different character to it. Here the effects are actually quite important if we just quickly listen without it. And now we turn it on. So here I actually used also some distortion, which also gives it this nice crunchy high end. It was already quite crunchy before, but it makes it even crunchier, you know. And then I used a reverb with a peak controller with a quite heavy pump, because I really wanted that the reverb always kicks in. And then also just some sidechain and OTT. And then together with the kick and the bass line we already have some really nice groove going on here. And now it's a lot easier to make a top melody because we already have the rhythm going on. So for the top melody we will use these notes with the same rhythm. I was searching for this Vluarrish kind of lead and I found this one here to work really good. And then it's of course all about layering, finding the right sounds. So we have here this more vibrating kind of lead. A lead that sounds similar to a horn. Then this really cool plucky lead which gives some nice attack. Yeah, then just another soft lead, I don't know how to call this one. Then we have this airy kind of lead, actually from my preset pack. Another vibrating lead an octave higher than the other one. A really aggressive saw lead. Then a lead that just sounds weird. And then finally this more higher detuned saw lead. And with all leads together it sounds really fat. Effects wise I also used some distortion here. I boosted some of the highs a little bit. And just some reverb, sidechain and OTT. The lead without the effects would sound like this. And with the effects turned on. Nice. And now let's also check out the drums and the effects. All together they sound like this. So we first of all have a couple of bass shots here. Then of course a kick with some claps and rides. and just this tiny tom sound here. And then we also have this classic reverb automations here. And now guys, let's also listen to the final result. I hope you learned something. Leave a like if you enjoyed and we see us in the next one. Ciao.